welcome to my channel. My name's Katrina and this is my channel, Create Something Pretty. My channel is all about sewing and creating things for a handmade wardrobe. If we haven't met yet, I'm from Melbourne, Australia. I am into plants as well. I have a bit of a crazy garden outside. I love to be in a very beautiful, relaxing environment. Big into coffee and of course I love my sewing and I crochet and knit as well. Hopefully that's also things that you'd be interested in. Today's video is a super special one. Claire from Stitch Hem Sew, I approached her earlier in the year and asked if she would be interested in doing a collaboration with me, and she very kindly agreed to do it with me. I was so excited. So we have decided to make something together, and that's what I'm going to tell you about today. So what we wanted to do was to make something that suited both our climates. So Clare is from the UK, if you don't know who she is yet. I'll make sure I link her page below. And they were in summer at the time when we decided to do this. Now we're at the opposite end is going on at the moment. So we decided to choose a pattern that would suit both our climates. And yeah, it was kind of a bit difficult considering we're at opposite places in the world, different weather. So we decided to go with a pattern that had lots of options. And I love this pattern. I was so excited when it first came out because it's a style that I absolutely love. And it is this one. This is the Nicks Dress by Closet Core. I love this pattern. I really like the voluminous bodice. I love the buttons down the front and all the tiers. It is such a pretty dress. As soon as it came up in my newsfeed on Instagram, I grabbed it straight away. So I hadn't had a chance to make it. So I thought this was the beautiful opportunity to grab and get this dress made. So that is what I did. Claire was quite happy to make it as well, so I was so happy about that. So initially I decided I wanted to do something different because that seems to be the way I go. I like to do patterns slightly different to what they're supposed to be. But first I'll just tell you a little bit more about the pattern. So this is a Nicks dress. It comes in sizes 0, I think it was a size 32. It is a bohemian inspired dress. And it has loads of options. As you can see, there's this peplum option. It's more of a tunic length. It has the rouleau style buttons and short sleeves. All the versions have these gathered shoulders and a beautiful gathering along the yoke at the back as well, which I particularly like that detail. I love the rouleau loop buttons. The dress is 3 tiers. You can always leave a tier off if you wanted to make it a bit shorter. Option of short sleeves or long sleeves. And on the inside there is one other option which has long sleeves. It has a center front seam and it's finished with a facing, so you don't actually have to worry about adding those buttons. Because I know rouleau buttons, they can be a little bit scary for some people if you haven't done that before. They are finished with a binding. And you need to try and get the rouleau loops in just the right place so that you get the coverage that you need for a bit of modesty. So I think it's a really good pattern, loads of options. You can mix and match. You can add long sleeves to the peplum dress, so you could have long sleeves here and short sleeves here if you wished. And if you didn't want to do these views with the buttons, you could quite easily mix that and make sure you have just the v-neck and without the buttons at all, and still put your peplum on there. It's very versatile. So I have no idea what Claire has made. I'm pretty sure she has some stunning fabric. I can't wait to see what she's made. Please make sure once you finish watching my video, please go check out Claire's video and see what she's made as well. So I can't wait to see it. So I'm going to show you what I have made and I'm wearing it. This is my Nicks dress. Now I have used fabric that was in my stash because my stash is huge. If you would like to see a bit more about that, I have a video of my sewing room tour. It was a very popular video. Please go check that out. My stash is just crazy. I have no place buying fabric at the moment, so I'm trying to use it up. This dress is a little fabric thirsty as well. I think it uses up to 4.5 meters depending on what size and what length and what options you go for. I think I got mine out of about 4 meters because I'm only 5'3", and there's lots of volume in it, lots of tiers. There's a lot of fabric in it. So, and as you can see, I went for a short sleeve version, and this is a dress with the 3 tiers. I did the full maxi style dress because that is what actually made me buy the pattern in the first place. So that's why I made that option. So this was my final version, and it has the beautiful buttons. I just went for these little pearl sort of shell buttons. I just wanted it to look very casual. It has beautiful elastic waist, which is so comfortable. It's very voluminous and comfortable. You can adjust the elastic how you want it. Lots of tiers. And I'll make sure I put in some footage of me wearing it. I did take some video and I took some photos, and whichever one I am most comfortable showing, I'll make sure I move over a little bit so that can be put in. That is what I'll have here. So hopefully you enjoy seeing that. I also made, this one here is my trial version. This one is where I had to go to see what adjustments I might need to make, how it fit. It gave me a trial run of trying to do those ruler loops and some of the finishes. And I'm really, really glad that I did that because it wasn't fairly easy make. It was pretty straightforward, but there were some areas that I had a few issues with. And that's just more, I had made it before. So there's a couple of things they were trying to tell me in the instructions that I wasn't quite understanding. And there's one part that I just found difficult that I think a lot of people might find difficult. That part was actually just doing the roller loop. So this is my top version. And I'll make sure I put a finished picture in of that as well. Now this one is, I didn't do the peplum. This is like the peplum version. I just extended the placket all the way down. And the only thing with that is I didn't have any guide of where to put the buttons, so they're a little bit unevenly placed. So I can still wear it, and I kind of just want to tie it at the bottom. So I've sort of left the bottom ones, so I haven't put a button right down the bottom, so I don't know if I want to keep that one, if maybe I could just chop off the ruler loops. So the loops on mine were not great. The first one, I did make them slightly bigger than what they said in the instructions because I couldn't imagine being able to turn that out. It just seemed to be way too thin to even get a turner in on my sewing machine. I couldn't figure that out. It just didn't seem right. So I made them slightly wider. But then when I set them into the shirt, just make sure you can see, I also didn't set them in to this part far enough. So some of these are quite large and they don't really, so this one is particularly large. And I have sewn this shut because it gapes because I haven't done that right. So that's my little rouleau loop there. I don't know if you can see that. It's very hard when it's on the dress tummy to show you that. So yeah, so that's one. That's probably the worst thing that I did was the ruler loops weren't great, because to go back and do that, that's kind of hard to redo that. It's a lot of work. It's not hard, it's just a lot of work. So yeah, that's the one thing I probably should have done better, was make sure my ruler loops weren't too big and they're all nice and even when I sewed them in. The other part that I struggled with is on the shoulders. It's a bit hard to show you. I know on this shoulder seam here, see if I can bring that down so you can see that. There is, that's a little bit awkward. Can you see that bit? There's raw fabric there. In the instructions, it does try very hard to tell you to make sure you catch the very edge of the bias binding in with the yoke, so that when you turn it, it doesn't poke out. And I didn't quite understand that when I made my first trial run, and I'm so glad that I made a trial run because now I know what they're telling me. So yeah, that's what I'm just very glad that I did a trial run. So I don't actually have that on this version. I think I did a lot better. Where is it? It's up a bit higher. Yeah, it's up a little bit higher. So yeah, I did pretty good with that one. I'm a lot happy with that one. And so I've sewn this placket shut. This one I haven't sewn shut, but I am wearing a vest top or a cami underneath it. So I normally do wear a cami because I get cold. So that's my Nicks dress. So yeah, it comes in sizes 0 to 32. If you get the PDF, you get all the sizes. I normally buy PDFs. Hard copy, I'm not sure if you get all the sizes. I think you get a size range. I think I made the size 14. I ended up sizing down because it does come up quite big. It's quite a voluminous dress. Yeah, my sizing was all over the place. I'm pretty sure I made the 14. I needed to do a broad back adjustment on the back. This version was pulling, so I did ½ inch. I did 1/4 inch, and I did ½ inch on the one I'm wearing. I think I still like it is better. It's a lot more comfortable, but I think I could have done that a little bit more. Also, I feel like the shoulders, I could have done this better. I could have spread my gathers out a bit more because it does then sort of sit here. I also think I could have sized down. I could have sized down more. So yeah, that's we live and learn. I would really like to go back and make this again. I would like to make it without the buttons and just do a plain version, and maybe a shorter one. I probably don't really want another maxi dress. I don't really need that. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking about doing. So I hope you enjoyed seeing my Nicks dress. Please make sure that you go and check out Claire's video, and I'm sure she's made something beautiful. I can't wait to see what she's made. So if you enjoyed this today, please make sure you give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of what I have to offer, please subscribe. I'd love it if you would subscribe. And if you want to hear when my next video comes out, please hit the icon bell. Putting all of my makes on my Instagram so you can have a bit of a better look at them. My Instagram is the same as my channel names, Create Something Pretty, but there's underscores between each word. And so make sure you check out that, and then you can see all my other makes that I have made. So my next video is going to be a makes video. I made a whole lot of things for the month of, well, what are you up to? We're up to November. I had made a whole lot of things for October. I had a very, very prolific month, and I'm very excited about it. I'm actually hoping to do a few more things made because we're currently in October as I'm making this video. So maybe keep an eye out for that one. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate having you here. And for everyone who is subscribed or just comes back again each week and you watch my videos, I'm so happy to have you here. Thank you so much. Please join my little community of people, and I'd love it if you would let me know what version would you like to make if you made the Nicks dress. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you again next week. Bye for now.